Bowl on a Sunday morning, all the way up to the very back of the arena, fans waiting for their idols. And again, the teams are stronger than they've ever been before at this event. Since it was announced earlier this year that it would be an Olympic event, people started taking it that much more seriously, and all continents are involved. As you can see, the top of each group are the top 4 seeds, and after that it was a random modified snake system. Group number 4 has drawn a lot of attention with Germany, France, and Romania all in it. Brazil, incredibly strong, but without Ugo here. There are some others filling in. The United States has a similar situation, but Sweden, the Chinese Taipei team, and Korea Republic in Group 3. We saw groups 2 and 1 up on screen, and a lot of love in the crowd right now for the heroes of the game that will be playing on this table. We do have TTR, the table tennis review system. We've got the best officials in the world. I can tell you, this is a major event now come Los Angeles Olympics 2028. You might see many of the stars that are here today just over 2.5 years away. The first medal in this event will await. So again, big names. China sent all their best. Japan, Korea, just the same. Germany's got a pretty strong mix. And remember, the teams, it is based on men and women combined. So if the women are much stronger for one nation or one team than the men, it all balances out. Any flag that has a strong men's and women's team will do well. So the first battle awaits now here on table 1.
现场的各位，225成都混团的第一场比赛，我们的揭幕战，不要吝惜各位的声音，我们一起从5开始，倒计时，5、4。
Ladies and gentlemen, the ITTF Men's World Cup Chengdu 2025, presented by Highness Telecom, Stage 1.
女士们、先生们，由中国电信呈现的2025年国际乒联混合团体世界杯第1阶段的比赛即将开始。
Let's welcome the players.
让我们欢迎运动员入场。
Table 1.
1号台。
Team Hong Kong China.
中国香港队。
So here come the challengers on table number 1. Team Hong Kong China walks in with everybody except one here. Remember, the World Youth Championships are still happening. So you can see men and women from Baldwin Chen to Zhu Chengju, Choi Chun Kit, Zhu Zitong, she'll be coming. Lam Xiu Hang, Ingwen Lam. Got Wang Chunting and Baby Shark Du Hoi Kem on the left here. Every player getting their intro. Baldwin Chan has been incredibly strong at only 20 years old, is 66 in the world. Su Zitong will be on her way. Wang Chunting, 34 years old, world rank number 41, the penhold sensation, and Du Hoi Kem has been a superstar for Team Hong Kong China over the years, 38th in the world. And now we will bring in the defending champs. The home crowd led by Sun Ying-sha, Wang Chuqin, Wang Manyu, Lin Shidong, Kuai Man, Liang Jingqun, Wang Yidi. Wow, this is a strong squad here. Everybody in the mix. Xu Yingbin on the far right, finding their spots here. Wang Manyu in wonderful form after taking the national games over Sun Ying-sha in the final. Still finding their places here. Wang Yidi greeting the crowd. Liang Jingqun, not to be forgotten, is incredibly stable, has been a staple for Team China over the years. Kuai Man on her way up in the world, 21 years old. Lin Shidong had been world number 1 for the majority of the last 12 months. Wang Manyu, you saw how strong she was, champion of the national games. The man who makes the stadium roar, Lionheart himself, Wang Chuqin, and Sun Ying-sha, just the same, fills the stadiums. The Royal Majesty leads the team. So, the way the format works, I'll talk to you about it in a bit, but up to 5 matches. Each game is worth 1 point. Each match contains 3 games unless a team gets to 8 points first. It starts with mixed doubles, then moves on to women's singles, then the men's singles, should it be needed. Match number 4 is the men's doubles here, and the women's doubles to follow. It will change depending on the lower ranked team. They get to choose which order of play they'd like for the last 2 matches. Men's doubles first or women's doubles first. So we see Ma Lin there, Wang Hao, side by side, 2 legendary pen holders. And the whole squad, Team China, just behind them, from the doctors to the other coaches, the sparring partners. And here, Team Hong Kong China. We do have 2 tables in action. Table number 1 is where I'll be guiding you, watching with you as we see the bags on seats. Always good to see the Liu family here. Xiao Zhan in the background as well. Remember, all continents are here. 16 teams have qualified based on world rankings, making sure that every continent has representation. Remember, it's not men's teams and women's team. It is 1 team combined. They will play together. And once 1 team reaches 8 points, it is over. Whether it's 8-0, 8-1, or 8-7 in the deciding 15th game, the final game of match number 5. You can win 2-1 or 3-0, but until 1 team has 8 points, every match involves 3 games played. So Roman Klecker, our umpire for the match. And alongside him, assistant umpire will be Amir Ghazi from Egypt. So remember, this is the group stages, 4 different groups. Each group has 4 teams. Fairly well balanced. Of course, Team China, the most dominant team. So after that, the modified snake system, a bit of randomness in terms of the second seeding in any group. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the next stage. And 8 teams total will play stage number 2. Stage number 2 will be round robin as well, except teams that have already played will not repeat. So instead of 7 matches, team matches per team, it will be 6 because they faced 1 other team in the previous round, stage number 1, which is where we are right now. After that, only the top 4 teams from stage number 2's round robin will advance to the semifinals. There will be a battle for 3rd place, and then our champions will be determined. So we will now have
Please rise to observe a minute of silence.
1 minute of silence
of the Woodford Court fire in Hong Kong, China.
for the tragedy, the fires in Hong Kong, China recently.
为香港大埔洪福院火灾罹难者默哀1分钟。
Please be seated.
默哀毕，请就座。
So while our thoughts are with all those in Hong Kong, China, who've been affected by the tragedy, the crowd is now ready for the action to begin. Table number 1. Some handshaking action, some coin toss. Here's a look of what you have to look forward to. Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingsha back in action, starting this one off. Kuai Man and Zhu Chengju will battle in the women's singles. Lin Shidong and Lam Su-han in the third, and should we need a fourth, Yang Jingkun and Wang Chuqin waiting. Baldwin Chan and Wang Chunting on the other side. Kuai Man and Wang Manyu together for a nice righty-lefty combo, and across from them will be Yingwing Lam and Du Hoi Ken. Now that is if we need a fifth match. Remember, even in the round-robin stages, when one team gets 8 points, that is that. They will move on. Top 2 teams in each group moving on to stage number 2. So lots to look forward to here. Again, with 16 different nations, if you look back, or I should say, member associations anyway, different teams participating. There is an incredible battle, I would say. France, Germany, Romania, all in the same group. You can follow along on ITTF.com. All the information you need. Some new players, some new names that you might not be as familiar with. And plenty of the biggest stars in the game are here. The Asian representation here has been the best. Lin Yunru and Zheng Yijing playing for their first time. Many players playing for their first time. Now remember, with TTR, they've added to the rules that you can challenge if a serve does not bounce on the right side of the table. So from Africa, the only team here, Egypt. From the Americas, the Brazil, the Brazil. You know that one, right? The Brazil. Brazil, the United States of America, and Chile have qualified to be here. For Asia, we have China, we have Japan, Republic of Korea, Chinese Taipei team, India, and Team Hong Kong, China. So there's Ma Lin and Wang Hao talking, fill some confidence, strategy, and reminders to the most confident pair you can imagine. It's a fine balance of level-headedness, confidence, and a reminder that on a good day, anybody can beat you. No matter how good you are, no matter how dominant you are, this is always the case. And Du Hoi Kem and Wang Chunting have definitely had their bright, shining moments on the table. It'll be an uphill battle, but as we get into the coin toss, we'll determine who serves where the players stand and what will happen in this very fast format. Pressure's different when you only play 3 games. We've seen some big upsets from Adriana Diaz versus Wang Manyu in the past. Roman Klecker on coin toss. Team Hong Kong, China wins the coin toss. I'm hearing the same thing you're hearing, so we'll figure out after the warm-up. We'll confirm what is what. A right-handed, left-handed combination works to your advantage in mixed doubles. If you're newer to the sport, it allows you to share the space a little bit better, creating opportunities for that powerful forehand and staying out of each other's way. In other racket sports, it's not clear whose shot it is in doubles. The pattern isn't set, but in table tennis, you must alternate shots, every shot in doubles of any sort. It's the only time the line down the middle of the table means anything in international table tennis. A serve must be from the right side on the diagonal on the serve. So Wang Chunting in the back with his penhold grip is very good over the table, generates a lot of side spin with his reverse penhold backhand. Really gets a lot of movement. Now the penhold grip, which you don't see so commonly anymore, you will see, interestingly enough, for Team France from their leader, Félix Lebrun, but Wang Chuqin on the left here. The left-handed Lionheart with the headband on, and Sun Ying Xia, who's been world #1 for well over 3 years now in the women's singles. These two have led this event for quite some time. From Czechia, it is Roman Klecker, who makes sure that all is fair and square from the high chair there. He's been in the game for a long time, one of the first to be an international blue badge and now gold badge, to my understanding. The absolute cream of the crop in the game. So here watches on the defending champions, the team to beat right now. Still the early stages. You can see the definition, the quads from Xia, Sun Ying Xia, Baby Buddha. There's going to be a lot of active play. Again, the list of compliments to the Chinese pair. There's not enough time in the week for that list of compliments. And Du Hoi Kim has beaten a world #1 wearing the Chinese flag at a major event in the past. Oh, nice catch there off the chest into the towel, and he doesn't even blink. Talk about being focused. This is a guy who is in the zone and knows how to shut out the noise with the green flooring. It is not grass. There is full traction. But it is time to start this major event for the first time since it's been announced to be part of the Olympics coming up in LA 2028. It's Xia to start it off. 3 games to come. Ooh.
Last one.
Just missing there. And it's Team Hong Kong China with the first point as they stay close to the table, Du Hoi Kim and Wang Chuqin. Soft hands and good touch to leave it right near the baseline. Good game plan, breaking both serves to take the first 2 points on receive. Players will signal to each other with their hands cryptically under the table. Good look at the short side from Du Hoi Kim, but the pressure, the Chinese pair is on the team right now. Xiaotou with their first point. So far it's been a receiver's match. And a step behind the table, Wang Chunting using that RPB, the reverse penhold backhand, to generate a lot of spin. Remember, this is a style of grip, the penhold grip, that would have been completely out of the game. Nearly antiquated, you could say, but that reverse penhold backhand has leveled the field so that there's no disadvantage, let's say. As little disadvantage as possible.
2-3.
In terms of the shake hands grip that you see the other 75% of players on the table using right now, which had been known for its backhand strength. Beautiful angle. Du Hoi Kim quick to go wide to the forehand, and at the first towel break, it's a 4-2 lead. Soft hands, touch shot gets a push for a third ball, and Du Hoi Kim right there to steal the fourth. Continuing on their way, it'll be a quiet crowd as long as Team Hong Kong China is beating the hometown favorites here. Beautiful forehand flick. The anticipation at this level to recognize the opportunity so early. Du Hoi Kim, as soon as it comes off the racket, makes her move, gets the wrist back because you don't get a lot of arm speed with that forehand flick. Still a long way to go to that 11-point finish line, win by 2. Beautiful steal, Xia inside the baseline of the table, able to make the most of this ball. Watch the forehand extension. Xia, as loose as can be, dodges the corner of the table to play the forehand while also getting out of the way for Wang Chuqin. One step in the right direction from the trailing favorites at the moment. This shot is so aggressive. He's got the most dangerous game in the game, but a very clear plan from Team Hong Kong China as they touch the ball softly, leaving it just a little bit short. Again, long enough to bait, to tempt that opening attack, but short enough to keep it uncomfortable. Beautiful side spin on the banana flip. The Chiquita opening here. Both players dry their hands near the net on the table. Wang Chuqin with the signature, but the placement, it's right into the elbow of Wang Chunting. Like a shake hands player, any player using both sides of the racket will have a crossover. And 2 for 2 there with the backhand inside the table, this time even more parallel than the one before. Du Hoi Kim appears to be heavy underspin, a little bit deeper. Wang Chuqin recognizes that, gets the legs into it, leans back, and lifts with a lot of topspin just to keep the ball out of the net. And the touch.
6-7.
This is what the best players in the world know how to do, is finish. It's not over yet, they're still trailing, but the comeback is very real. After being up by 4 points, Team Hong Kong China feeling some pressure now. And from a step behind the table, remember the camera angles do give you a different perspective, so it's going to feel like Team Hong Kong China is much farther back than they actually are, but you can see the difference in spacing next to the table. The timing. Table tennis is a game of timing and rhythm. The advantage of being close to the table, the advantage is way outweigh getting behind the table, but Team Hong Kong China with a much needed point. And an awkward ball, but Wang Chuqin manages somehow to get around that and put the pressure on. This was a very uncomfortable shot. Du Hoi Kim's slow spin deep to the backhand corner and the fast feet of Lionheart. Get him around that one. The quality push as Wang Chuqin places it. Says step around and lift. I'm giving you 2 homework assignments here. Touch shot right to the baseline. It's a question of time. And there wasn't a lot of time there. Leveled out at 8 points apiece. Xia with the serve to Du Hoi Kim. What a combination in a blinding moment here as Xia has to cross in front of Wang Chuqin for the briefest of moments. It really has to be near perfection from Du Hoi Kim and Wang Chunting. Du Hoi Kim moves right back in to capture that, to follow the flick of Wang Chunting. Adaptability, Xia sideswipes that like a windshield wiper. It was way into the body. You could even argue the left shoulder. Watch the placement as Wang Chunting essentially does a chop block there, and Xia runs around it to give just the same effect back, to keep the ball on its axis, and it's 9-9. Du Hoi Kim with the last 2 serve combination. Game number 1, we'll see. Rocket backhand using the length of the table.
9-10.
The confidence behind this shot. He's got the margin for error when he plays it cross court like this, and that shot was a blur. Sets up game point in the first game of day number 1. And it drifts just long enough, but heavy rotation. Du Hoi Kim on serve, saves it. Deuce, alternating serves here. Until one pair has a 2-point lead to ultimately take this first game. Remember, it's not best of 3. It is 3 games played. You can win 3-0, which is better than a 2-1 win. outstanding rally in the net recovery from Wang
10-11.
Chuqin as Du Hoi Kim plays a parallel shot on top of the table. They were trailing by quite a bit, 2-6 they were down. It was almost like foreshadowing at the entrance today for Team China with the footwork still shaking off the morning dew. Awkward shot from Wang Chunting, and Xiaxa's got the answers. So Team China takes the first game. Shato with the first. They lead 1-0 in a narrow margin victory, 12-10, to get the first point on the scoreboard for Team China. Remember, first team to get 8 points takes the team match. So fortune there acknowledged. Little bird's eye view. Wang Chuqin and Xiaxa both quick to acknowledge the fortune. They'll talk it over on the water break, but they're up 1-0. The defending champions start with a tight fight in the first.
Time.
Liu Guodong on the right, Zhang Rui on the left. Good to
Who will
see.
serve? Who will serve?
So every game you get to choose who serves, which determines the receiver. So if it's Du
Second
Hoi
game,
Kim to serve,
go to serve.
then it'll be Xiaxa to receive this
Love
time
all.
around. They switch order of play every game. Down 0-1 Team Hong Kong, China with the start.
Last
Good
one.
deep push into that backhand corner, limiting the options. At this level of play, players are so adaptable, so quick. An incredibly
1-0.
soft touch here from Wang Chunting as he drops that one just behind the net. Again, every camera angle gives you a different perspective, something to appreciate. You could really see how well placed that receive was. Again, just like in game one, Wang Chunting and Du Hoi Kim getting a lot of points with these very shallow half-long shots. Wang Chuqin looking to steal, trying to take the opening attack. Xiaxa recognizing something about the ball that could be a little bit better. Remember, the best balls in the world take a beating
1-2.
from the best in the game, with the hardest rubber on their forehands, hardest sponge underneath. Oh, the rally. Incredible opportunity. It just got better and better. I should say the opportunity wasn't easy. Wang Chunting way wide, highlight type rally. Fast footwork, Du Hoi Kim hits a moving target in the crossover, and Xiaxa protects. Piaoliang indeed. Beautiful, the placement here. Remember, it's not just playing a shot, it's not getting in position, it's how to make it uncomfortable for your moving target, your opponent.
No flashlight, please.
We all know what that point means. Lionheart is not hunting, simply helping identify the flash in the crowd. And just like when Wang Chunting had the wide angle with the opponents behind the table, Xiaxa tried to bend it wide. Saw a lot of interesting shots. The shot selection there from Wang Chunting to go to the short side. Changes it up. Really forces a lot of footwork from Xiaxa. Wang Chuqin. There's an incredible determination right now. We can see the physicality in the legs on both sides. Very fit. A little bit softer flick this time around, and a wonderful response from Wang Chuqin. Again, the flick game from a pen holder. As he moves in, you're not fighting gravity, so the racket's hanging down a little bit better inside the table. And somehow Wang Chuqin manages to get that past Xiaxa without it touching the shoulder at all. Some very tight spaces. Table tennis doubles not a game for the claustrophobic. As Wang Chunting calls for what he wants on the serve to earn a third ball. It's Du Hoi Kim to start the rally. How does he get this back? Wang Chunting is doing everything he can to not show his cards early. He holds. Watch the shoulders of Wang Chunting in this. As he turns, you can't tell where he's going to go, yet somehow Wang Chuqin again manages to get there. He doesn't fall for any misdirection. A little break there off the back of the table. As Wang Chuqin drives it deep, looking for that baseline. The side angle will be the perfect angle for the replay to watch where it comes down. Awkward ball, side spin, just nicking that back edge. Only has to touch the playing surface. A reverse of the scores we saw in game one. 4-point lead for Team China. They get it right back.
8-3.
Nope, carries long. It is Chateau up by 5 now. Quite a different score line than we saw in game number 1. Again, different pen hold grips. See the Chinese pen hold there. Ooh, look at that turn.
4-8.
Quick down the line. If you're playing at work and you see someone playing the pen hold grip, if they've got 3 fingers up and spread on the back, you might ask if they have Korean friends or parents. If they've got 3 fingers out on the back, well,
5-8.
straight behind. You'll see that in Team China as well. Xu would do the same. More common in Japan, interestingly enough. Right there, what you see Wang Chunting doing is common in China. Shasha on top of the bounce. With a high throw there, you can see the bench quick to be in support. Again, the team spirit is unlike any other team, Team China. Beautiful side spin on this. Wang Chunting able to slow down the ball mid-rally and come around the side of it. Having had the opportunity to block for Wang Chunting before, I can tell you he gets a lot of side spin on that backhand. It's very uncomfortable.
6-10.
Tight serve and the danger of the third ball that waits. It is 4 game points as the team physios and doctors watch on. Team China in a wonderful position here to get their 2nd point on the scoreboard for the team. Nice reverse pendulum. Not so many women in the game doing it, but Du, one of those who do. Soft flick again. It's not always about how much power is on the ball, but how much you can mislead the opponent. So watch this. Wang Chunting guides it, gets right behind it. Not a lot of rotation, and a timeout now on the Chinese side. Understanding the importance of capturing this 2nd game. Team morale, they're the team leaders after all, the captains. As Wang Manyu waits with the jacket on to stay warm. Each team was allowed a men's coach and a women's coach, which is what you have here with Ma Lin, the women's coach. Wang Hao, the men's coach. So in terms of body language and lip reading, on the Canto side, where Cantonese is more commonly spoken, Wang Chunting actually learned Mandarin in high school. He's a late bloomer in terms of developing in the game. And honoring those affected by the tragedy, you can see on their left sleeve there. Coaching staff, again, our hearts go out to those affected in Hong Kong.
Time.
So back from the timeout, still 2 game points left.
10-8.
And they've got 2 serves should they need the 2nd.
No flashlight,
The look.
please. Thank you.
There's something
10-8.
so suave about it. As if to say, come on, not now. Xia with the serve, game points, 2 left. And that takes care of
11-8.
business.
Game
But
to
appears to
China.
be a float serve, meaning less rotation on it than there appears. A relatively empty underspin serve, looks heavy. Wow. I mean, this clears the table by probably 5 centimeters. That is quite the deception. Xia's got no shortage of tricks up those sleeves. Experience to be as dominant as she is, and it is a 2-0 lead for Team China. The Hong Kongers trailing and looking to get 1 game in game number 3 to pass the baton in the women's singles that follows the mixed doubles battle.
Who will serve soon? Third game. Soon to serve. Love all.
Back for game number 3. Xia starting off with the serve. Once again, it's Du Hoi Kem on the receive. 2-0, Team China leads.
Last one.
Good change up here. The fast long push to the backhand. Du Hoi Kem and the variety. Again, from both of the Hong Kongers, we've seen wonderful variation in their push game. Doing their best to stay close to the table, but when forced behind, not afraid to spin. Oh, a change up here. Wang Chuqin showing the gentle touch. With all the power and aggression that he has, he wouldn't be such a complete player in the world #1, the most dominant player in the men's singles era of WTT. He didn't have that versatility, and he gets down to the ground. A leg sweeping action to get around this and put on the pressure. You should have heard the stadium in the opening ceremony the second he walked in, and it's moments like this, so agile. And 2 nets recovered here. Team China in wonderful form. Just like any other match, each team, each side of the table, let's say, has 1 timeout per match. Craziness. You can knock her off balance, but Xia still finds a way to let the hand drive the vehicle. She was completely off her footing for a moment, and it didn't stop her.
Timeout.
And here it is. The 3-point differential leads to the timeout for Team Hong Kong China as they trail 1-4. As you can see, the Chinese pair already used their timeout. I'm loving the graphics, loving the logos. Sweat in the lower center of the back. There's been a lot of active play out here from the 2 that are chasing. Awesome, I'm just learning some Sichuan Hua. Shongxi. Shongqi, fighting in the local Sichuanese.
2-4.
It's always cool traveling throughout different parts of mainland China, hearing the different dialects that are embraced by table tennis fans, and of course the locals speaking it, as many of them their native language, their native tongue. So despite taking the first point out of the timeout, quickly adapting, the pressure is put right back on. 2 right-handed players will have a little bit tougher time, have to depend on those backhands, but it's been a constant guessing game. This is the pattern of play that we saw in game number 1. It was quite memorable after going extra points, considering the pressure that the Hong Kongers put on early on, leading 6-2. Since then, it has been all business. For the 3-time and defending world champions in mixed doubles, Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin extend the lead. Short side of the table, nice change. The pattern was looking to go to the wide forehand as Wang Chuqin started to make his move. Wang Chunting holding as patiently as he could to use that peripheral vision. When a ball is that low and loaded with spin, it can be very uncomfortable. Wang Chunting just trying to close the racket, guide it back, change the pace. Not getting overly ambitious there on the counterattack, nothing too aggressive. And on the other side, the confidence is building. Wang Chuqin finding his rhythm now. This is the importance of starting strong against any upper seed, but especially someone so dominant as 3-time consecutive world champs.
8-4.
A bit more aggressive here as Wang Chunting takes the forehand cross court, and at the second towel break, it's a difference of 4. Long serves in mixed doubles, any doubles for that matter, a little bit more rare, but have to be very specific. Oh, the brush.
9-4.
Like Van Gogh out here, just painting this ball as he brushes up the back of it so delicately. A fine stroke there.
5-9.
Perfect placement on the pressure here. He's able to go cross court as wide as can be. This one exits the side of the table as you see Kwai Man getting ready.
6-9.
Chiquita carries long, no timeouts left as the Hong Kongers start to make their way back in. He was doing that while not looking both times. And a tight serve, heavy spin makes the ball bite, slow down on the table. Catching the edge here, ball kids will grab it. They had a 2-point lead when the timeout was called in game number 2. They can get coached between points. We've got plenty of experience here. So there's the signal from Sha. What hands, and Du Hoi Kem hits it past. As soon as the opposing player, the player who's out of order, hits the ball, the point is over, but it had already passed Sha. So Wang Chuqin simply keeping the ball alive in the sense, not in play so much, but saving the ball kids some work.
9-8.
A lot of conversation right now as the pressure continues to build. 4 in a row.
9-0.
Wow. And they were down 3-8 before this, so this is some major momentum right now for a pair looking to do the best they can and come out of this down 1-2. The difference of 2 points. It's interesting. If the game ever becomes a game to 7, this will seem even crazier. But right now, both pairs convincing themselves 1 point at a time. And it's the team of Hong Kong, China with the game point right now. Du Hoi Kem creating an awkward shot here as Sha brings the elbow up with the forehand like you don't normally see her do. Catches the edge of the table to save game points. Wang Chuqin for the second time with a faint nick. Man, to get that close. Full stroke forehand from Wang Chunting. And Du Hoi Kim moves back into the table just to take it early, keep the pressure on, but nothing can be done there. Deuce. And it's game point
10-11.
for Shato. Looking for that clean sweep here. They had their backs against the ropes 2 points ago. And on receive once again, still a lot of conversation. Shasha closes it out. 3 games to 0. Team China does not drop a game despite incredible pressure. 2 games quite close. The second game not too far away at 11-8 either. Team Hong Kong China putting up the good fight. Remember, the top 2 teams from each group will advance to the second stage in this 3-stage event. We are in stage 1, which will last 3 days, the round robin for all 4 groups, 16 teams. And the #1 team doing what the #1 team does, delivering the goods and taking the bagel. 3-0, the overall score right now. Team China leads. A little look at the stats here after 3 games have been played. 35-28 total. Greatest deficit overcome? Well, never overcame a deficit. Team Hong Kong China, and only 1 for Team China. So first match in the bag, Kwai Man and Ju Chung Ju will be battling next. We will get to see a men's singles, but if things continue the way they're going now, that will be that. There will be no men's doubles the 4th. It's up to Team Hong Kong China to take at least 2 games before the end of the 3rd match. Stick around, Kwai Man, Ju Chung Ju coming right up. So coin toss time here as we have Amira Ghazi, our umpire from Egypt, for the match. So serve determined by Kwai Man. Ju Chung Ju left with choosing sides of the table. I'm Adam Bobrow, thrilled to be here at the first ITTF Mixed Team World Cup since it's been announced to be part of the Olympic Games. One of 6 different events that you will see in Los Angeles 2028. Team China stacks up a lot of gold in table tennis, so this will be one more that they want to make sure they capture. It was Tokyo 2020, technically in 2021, where the mixed doubles, in its first ever, the gold medal did not go to Team China and went to Team Japan, who is very much here. The other side, Ju Chung Ju there, the strong right-hander. We'll talk about her in just a little bit. Kwai Man, 21 years old, the world ranked #4. Has a very strong record against most of the world. 79% wins. And in this head-to-head, interestingly enough, Kwaiman is 3-0. There's Amira Ghazi, umpire for the match. The more experienced player, 28 years old, Ju Chung-ju, currently world rank number 143, but she's been way up, so don't let that world ranking fool you. World rankings go quickly. We've seen players way outside the top 100 beat the world number 1, no matter who the world number 1 is on the men's side. Interestingly enough, Benjamin Faraji taking care of Lin Shadong and also Wang Chuqin. So as the bell tolls here, it is about to be game time. Xia delivering the goods with Wang Chuqin in the first. It's Kwaiman with the serves, 3 games to play. Take as many as you can. Extra rotation on that backhand. Team China coming into this match leading 3-0 right now. Team Hong Kong, China, looking to get as many games as they can to extend their lifeline here. Beautiful parallel forehand. The receive game, you need so much quality to cause trouble against Kwaiman. That'll be something for Ju Chung-ju to figure out along the way. A little break off the net as this one dribbles over, slows way down. Now the 3 times that they've played before, 2 of them were in 2022. Most recently was not far away. It was the ITTF Men's and Women's World Cup in Macau 2025, where Kwaiman won 3-1. Hasn't dropped a point here yet, though. She's only dropped 1 game total across 3 meetings.
Love.
Now, every point matters in every individual game and in an overall team match. This is not elimination. You're taking as many points as you possibly can. Beautiful bottle challenge serve deep to the backhand here. Kwaiman, as a left-handed player, is facing a mirror. Left-handed players tend to have an advantage in table tennis, as there's a backhand where there would normally be a forehand and vice versa. You could argue that it's simply that they're more rare to get experience against. You don't encounter a left-handed player as often as a righty. So even left-handed players struggle against lefties. Nice long serve. A kicker, side and top spin right to the baseline, and Ju Chung-ju on the scoreboard now. Still a long way to go. Forehand flick is so tough to execute, and Kwaiman very calmly, patiently does this. The feet, the way that left foot gets 2 steps in.
Let. Eight, 1.
The exchange here at this point had so much going on. In my head, I'm watching this as the percentages constantly change with every single shot. Kwaiman took a long time to give up a little bit of space on the table. All that is credit to Ju Chung-ju. I could watch replays of the point before this. Ju Chung-ju was in self-defense mode for most of that point, but there's a little bit more going on there. 2 different mindsets at work here. First mindset, get to the ball, survive. Second mindset, now that I've done that, how do I make the shot that much more powerful or effective against my opponent? It doesn't have to be powerful in the literal sense. It can be placement, positioning, change of pace, anything to get your opponent off balance.
10-3.
That said, Kwaiman right now with 7 game points to take this first. Ju Chung-ju handling the side spin and that side swiping push very well. Not bothered. Again, an infinite amount of axes possible for spins on the ball. But this time it's Kwai-man, 11-4. She closes the door with the score you see. Takes game number 1, but has up to 3. So, just watch and study. Kwai-man, as dominant as she's been internationally, we have to remember, from Montpellier to Frankfurt, I guess Frankfurt we didn't see Team China, but in Montpellier, Team China sent several strong women, and there were a lot of upsets. So, while the women of China are more dominant than the men of China, if you look at the world rankings and their recent history, their most recent history in Montpellier causes, well, a reminder for the spectators that if you're rooting for the other side, you've got your chances. And if you're rooting for Team China, know that it's important that you do, that they need your wishes, because anything is possible. So the suspense factor will be high. Ma Lin, Kwai-man, talk this out. I like the team sitting side by side, spread out. Chance for you to see the stars. Ju Chung-ju down 0-1 in games. And a nice tight serve here. Again, competitors who've been playing for a long time sometimes still are just discovering the half-long serve. And the half-long serve is 80% of the serves at this level. I think it skews slightly lower with younger players. Younger players often love to get into the fast exchanges, the rally. As demonstrated by Kwai-man here with that long serve. I'm not keeping stats, but I bet if you do at home, you'd probably find a higher percentage of long serves from Kwai-man than others. Good defense for the briefest of moments, but it comes down a bit shallow, and Ju Chung-ju is able to take advantage. Chinese setup there on that blade. The ball barely bounces off that forehand, the hard sponge. But a quality backhand inside the table. Kwai-man is a very bubbly, socially person. If you have a chance to talk to her, she's as friendly as can be, but when it comes to business, you've got one job. And Team China makes that as clear as can be. I think there are a lot of misunderstandings. While the pressure for Team China is greater than any other association playing in the game, there's still a sense of care. Yeah, there's tough love sometimes, but we've seen timeouts and heard timeouts where Ma Lin is incredibly gentle. That's sort of the way he runs.
4-3.
And we've seen just the same, even though Wang Hao is a little bit more intense, we've seen him be gentle with people because his job is to get the best performance out of his players as possible. It'll break off the net here to extend her lead to 2, but a much different scoreline than we saw in game 1, where Ju Chung-ju was down 0-7. Still managed to get 4 points, changing the proportions, the ratio there of scoring.
3-6.
Service game strong, that shovel serve. Remember, we do have TTR here. That's probably one of the most common offenders of ball visibility.
6.
Nice change up at the start of the serve. Players sometimes will move around before they serve just to cause a little bit of confusion for the receiver. Give them something different to deal with. Change up the pattern of play.
7.
Galliang indeed. Bottle challenge deep to the backhand, shuts down the Chiquita. If you're moving in for the backhand on the forehand side, but you have to get to the deep backhand corner, that is a lot of work.
5,
But she does not
7.
lie down. Ju Chung-ju. Crazy to think that she's currently world number 143, and she's contending with world number 4. She was down 3-4 a few points ago. She's very much in this game out of the second towel break. and a break off the net, and suddenly
7.
it's the difference of 1 point. Nervous head scratching from Ma Lin. Encouragement from Xia Xia and Wang Yidi. Deep push to
7.
Patterns.
All.
So it is tied up at 7 points apiece now. After game number 1 being down 0-7, you might not have expected this. This is resilience and maturity. But a beautiful swift
8,
backhand
7.
here. One that was much needed by the player who was leading 7-4 before the last 3 points were taken against her. Confidence is an incredibly important ingredient to add to your mix when you're at the table. It allows you freedom, belief to play your game, to stay loose. Kwai Mon finding that. Oh, what a flick! Side swiper here. Ju Chungju able to deliver this ball like nobody's business, and it's a timeout on Kwai Mon's side.
Time out.
Man, was that shot beautiful. Take a look. Get ready. The guide as wide as can be. That goes off the side of the table. No problem. Doesn't have to exit the back unless it's a serve to a player who's seated in a wheelchair. And that is just eventually. So still a 1 point lead. Kwai Mon on the timeout.
Also on the table. Yeah, the table.
Time.
Back from the timeout here, Kwai Mon, the one who's looking for the answers. 7-4, she was leading.
8, 9.
And 4 of the last 6 points have gone to Ju Chungju with the second serve here. Very close.
10, 8.
Tightens up potentially a little bit, or chooses to play it soft here. But after the flick, her forehand flick game has been wonderful. I think the idea is right. It doesn't miss by much. But it's 2 game points for Kwai Mon. Well placed, a little bit more
10,
towards the middle
9.
of the table than the wide forehand here, which shuts down that big forehand from Kwai Mon. Forces her to jam up a little bit. Charming smile from Xu Yingbin after the words of Didi. And the serve sits up just
11,
a little bit.
9,
Ju
and
Chungju
game 2.
tries to take
9.
her chances, looks for that quick attack. And it's an 11-9 victory. Kwai Mon has only dropped 1 game in their history. And so far today, it hasn't been one of those days. She's 2 games up and looking to get a 3-0 sweep. China leads 5-0. The overall team matchup score. Final game in this match coming right up.
Time.
Third game. Meant to serve Lavol.
Players back for game number 3. Kwai Man in a wonderful position here after a much tighter game number 2 than game number 1. The idea is right.
Love.
From a planning standpoint, Ju Chung-ju, that's just a question of wrist agility and very fine margins. Kwai Man with wonderful pressure.
1-all.
Team Hong Kong, China, yet to get a game on the scoreboard.
One, two.
And I don't think they'll be the only team to be in that position against Team China, the defending champs. Kwai Man did a wonderful job on a slow spinny ball to move way in and guide it and still regain her balance, her placement just behind the table. But Ju Chung-ju, strong in the rally. Timing, balance.
3, 2.
I glanced over 2 tables in action here. And on one of them there was an interesting lob that caught an edge. This is why the crowd gasped. Now we're talking, looking for some of the same, but it carries long.
3-all.
Kwai Man getting some influence from table number 2 in real time. Again, getting behind the table is wonderful for the spectators, but for the player, typically not to your advantage. Overwhelmingly not what you want to do, especially in the women's game. That said, if you can do it well in the women's game, lobs are also a little bit more effective. Mainly because the average height is that much less, so overhead shots are that much tougher. It takes a lot of strength out of the shoulder and the body. Also, the women's game is more about speed, staying closer to the table, rhythm. Kwai Man with some good misdirection here, but earns herself a little bit of height so that Ju Chung-ju has to back up, retreat from the table. Then it's just a question of extension, quick reaction, anticipating the best you can. Anticipation comes from experience, recognizing patterns.
Please change, please change.
A timeout now. They will change sides in the final game of any match. That said, the timeout here, Kwai Man leads by 1.
Changing ends, huh? Changing ends? Changing ends. Changing ends. Change ends. Yes.
Change, please.
Good clarification here from our assistant and our umpire. Reminding the players that you must change ends when one player reaches 5 points.
5,
in game
4.
5. In the doubles, it'll be the same for pairs, which will also include switching the order of play. Cracking forehand, calibrating perfectly to the top spin that comes in. It's interesting to see how stress affects the Chinese bench. Everybody reacting a little bit differently, but looking uncomfortable.
6-5.
Of course, the score line is going to be a big indicator for that. Ju Chung-ju with 2 points out of the timeout. Very tight game number 2. It's a good setup.
6-all.
This feeling of when you know what you want to do but you know that your opponent knows what you want to do. That's tricky because it makes you second guess a little bit. It makes you tighten up a little bit. It puts that much more pressure to deliver some element of surprise. Some wonderful recoveries here from Kwai-man. Ju Chung-ju able to capitalize on the fortune. Stay in position after that net ball. And then the high arcing spin, just a little bit of height. Allows more placement as we saw the apology from Ju Chung-ju. Well handled receive there for a reverse pendulum serve. Remember, no timeouts left. Just to put things into context, Ju Chung-ju has won 1 game out of 3 matches against Kwai-man. And right now the entire team is counting on her for that 1 point on the scoreboard. Could be the difference between advancing or not advancing in your group. Again, from time to time, Ju Chung-ju does not go to the wide corners when it's anticipated. It's a good time to give the opponent something else. Recognizing what the opponent is expecting is the first step to surprising them. And I like this idea from Ju Chung-ju. If that ball comes down, it's going to be trouble. It's Kwai-man within 1 point. Big second serve to come.
Let 8, 9.
And it's 2 game points for Ju Chung-ju. Again, the stress, the shifting in the seats from the captains of Team China. Variation, right under and side spin. The amount of spin that any pro can generate is unbelievable, but they can take it away like a cell phone in a classroom in the blink of an eye.
10, 9.
Or a game point to the other side. Kwai-man saves 1. Lam Soo-hong coming in. Again, the bench is really behind their players here. We saw a game point for Team Hong Kong China earlier. And she takes it. Ju Chung-ju puts a dent in the record. This is a big win. I just got a look from Yenan
China win
of
2-1.
Team China commentating for CCTV, and it was not a happy look. It is a silent crowd here for 1 game. 1 game. Kwai-man still wins the match. It's 2-1, but Team Hong Kong China, this could be a flicker, a spark to light, well, a candle, let's say, to light a comeback for Team Hong Kong China.
Yes.
1 point.
And fourth match, yes.
They are down, but they are in this.
Okay.
They trail 1-5. So, coming up will be the men's singles. Ju Chung-ju getting only her 2nd game. It is not a defeat for Kwai-man, but it might feel like it in the end. Lin Shidong tying up those shorts, getting tucked in and ready. Some words of wisdom from Wong Hao. This is a man who's the star of the Shidong show, a shot maker if you've ever seen one. 31 points to 24, the spread. But in the end, 11-9. Ju Chung-ju with a massive point there to close out her 2nd game point to capitalize. So Lam Soo-hong, you saw coming in the jacket. He's been a staple for Team Hong Kong China over the years. Can he turn things around? Time will tell. Men's singles match coming right up.
Red or blue? Red, blue for you. Red. Service, this side, okay.
So the coin has been tossed by Roman Klecker of Czechia, our umpire for the match. Lin Shidong chooses service. Lam Soo-hong chooses the left side of the table. How do we determine that it's the left side? It's relative to the umpire sitting in the high chair. He's on Roman Klecker's left side. Adam Bobrow here, thrilled to be here with you for this battle. I know much of the world is watching right now, so wherever you're watching from, just know that you're in wonderful company, cozy, with your fellow humans around the world as we all watch and enjoy the wonderful world of table tennis. Lam Soo-hong is fast, he's aggressive, he's resilient. Lin Shidong generates more spin than almost anybody in the game. He's good behind the table, he's good on top of the table, but in terms of compactness of stroke, we'll see. This is something that in the women's game is incredibly valuable and incredibly apparent. And in the men's game, it's incredibly valuable as well. But I think it takes a little bit more time to recognize, say, how important it can be. As we see Wang Yidi and Wang Chuqin maybe discussing some counting there, just making sure they're doing the math right. Lam Soo-hong with that thumb up high for the backhands. Remember, the finger between the pointer finger and the thumb. When you're playing the forehand, the pointer finger is on the back side of the racket, so it is the last pressure point to add speed and stability, of course, but speed and pressure to the opponent. When you're playing a backhand, the thumb plays a much bigger role. It's no longer for balance as much as it is for guiding. People often ask, do you change grips between forehands and backhands? The answer is yes. And between serve and rally, it's a massive difference, because on serve, you're not serving with force directly into your opponent's side of the table. You're serving for placement, rotation, and precision. So players tend to loosen up those bottom three fingers, pinky ring finger and middle, just to get as much flexibility in the wrist as possible for racket speed.
First game, Lin to serve, level.
Here we go, Lin Shidong back in action on the international stage. It's been some time for much of the world.
One love.
Now this is not a characteristic point for Lin Shidong. On top of the table, guiding with a lack of speed, we could say. Shasha had a very unusual look on her face in response to that. Net recovery, everything, control.
Love two.
Now playing softer shots can be very effective when your opponent is behind the table. Again, it's knowing what your opponent is expecting. And with Lin Shidong, a lot of people expect firepower. He's got it. Lam Soo-hong looking to get some serves converted to points here.
Love three.
In the last two rallies, we've seen a few full stroke forehands from Lin Shidong. Quick decision on the receive, and then the full stroke fast feet. Like a boxer, he's hopping around, keeping that blood flowing. Defense, and it comes down wide.
3-1.
Lin Shidong checking the footing really quickly, making sure he's familiar with everything. Zhongguo Dui Jiao, Chinese team. Add oil, give it your best. There's the rocket.
4-1.
The backhand, the power, and the shuffle step. Little Muhammad Ali out here from Stone. And after recovering a net for an extended rally, Lin Shidong in trouble with Lam Soo-hong on the other side. It's wonderful covering of the hip there. And a second, it's a seatbelt stroke. Right across, Lam Soo-hong really having to work there. Hits up to the left shoulder, which you don't see so commonly in table tennis. It's a last resort to buy a little time. So
5.
much pressure, even behind the table. Lin Shidong is able to win points with that backhand. But when he's near the table, he's got more angles to choose from. The opponent has less time to react. Ooh.
6-2.
Sneaks one past here, changing up the pace. So Lin Shidong with 2 points out of the towel break. Able to break both serves.
7-2.
A long serve to the backhand here, not quite just to the baseline. It appeared that it would be. Was that intentional? You have to imagine so. Which is
3-7.
crazy, that level of intention. It's completely possible that it wasn't. The pros can hit nets when they want. At this level, they very rarely would choose to. Ma Lin, Timo Boll, 2009 Qatar Open.
3-8.
You tell me. I've been on the other side of it. When pros have intentionally given net balls to win points in response to a net.
9-3.
Running away here in the first. Second towel break, 6 points between them. Lin Shidong, if he wins this 3-0, it is over. There is no match number 4. If Lam Soo-hong gets just 1 game, there is a match number 4.
Let 9-3.
At least the start of match number 4. What a recovery. The angle here from Lam Soo-hong puts a lot of pressure on. And Lin Shidong is not the tallest guy in the world. He doesn't have the greatest wingspan, but didn't seem to be a problem there. Fast feet carry him. 7 game points. Only needs the one. 11-3 domination. As Lin Shidong takes the first game, 11-3. Business is going to be his. Interesting, again, the men's and women's game for Team China. Historically, by world rankings and in recent years, the women have been well more dominant. But it was Montpellier that definitely brought some question and just reminded the world that as strong as China is, the rest of the world is quite strong as well. Lam Soo-hong into fight. Game number 2 to follow.
Time.
Time. Second game, Lam to serve. Level.
Back for game number 2, Lam Soo-hong with the serves.
Love 1.
Good start here from Lin Shidong, just shaking out the nerves. It's nice and crisp in here, the air. Winter time in Chengdu.
2 love.
And these two have played once before. Wasn't so long ago. It was the World Championships earlier this year, another ITTF event. Lin Shidong won that 4-0.
2-1.
Facial expressions, no shortage of them from the Joe Pesci of the Chinese national team. Funny like a clown, huh? Funny how? Little bit of height, he's able to put the thumb up behind the racket, come back down quickly, driving this one forward with some force. Oh, turned and burned.
1-4.
No blinker, turns the corner, plays the line. Lin Shidong guards himself, covered so well. He was on the backhand corner at the point of contact, yet he still was able to play it cross court for the win.
Let 1-4.
Lam Soo-hang, 28 years old, currently world number 105, versus a 20-year-old world number 2 who spent the majority of the year at world number 1.
5-1.
What a response to a Chiquita. On the move, the wrist action from Lam Soo-hang really put some crazy bend on this ball. So out of the first towel break, a confident Lin Shidong.
6-1.
The idea is right. When you're trying to play baseline, you don't have so much wiggle room in terms of your margin for error with Lin Shidong on the other side. Good pressure, committing to that Chiquita, getting the backhand in over the table. Ma Lin and Sun Ying Xia with almost identical facial responses to that. Good deep serve to the backhand. As strong as the backhand is from Lin Shidong, he'll still prefer to step around for a forehand when he can. Those deep serves to the backhand have been quite effective here. 2 in a row now. Lam Soo-hang doesn't even need a third ball. This time, slight adjustment. He says, okay, I'll try the backhand, but rotation, it's a fine balance, because if Lin Shidong spins it up too much, Lam Soo-hang will clobber it. Speaking of clobbering, the clobbering has come. A reckoning as well. The step around from Lam Soo-hang. And as he goes wide, Lin Shidong wraps over that ball, 93 revolutions per second. It's a lot of drive. It's a lot of spin for most people, but for Lin Shidong, that's a drive.
4-8.
We've got a lot of cool graphics for you throughout this broadcast. 8 days of action. Wow. That's crazy. 8 days of action. We've just started day number 1. Just over an hour ago, hour 22 minutes ago. We're gonna have spin, TTR,
4-9.
all sorts of cool data for you. And again, a lot of mystery in the world of table tennis right now. Think of how many new flags we saw take titles this year. I thought the start was wonderful from Lam Soo-hang. Slow spin, shallow on the table. Lin Shidong, very adaptable, sets up 6 game points. And the backhand does it stable at the table. It was much like the first point, or the first, let's say, 5 points of this match, where Lin Shidong didn't look pressured, just calm. The backswing was enough to come into the ball with a lot of racket speed, and the follow-through was almost nothing. Wang Manyu, the cool duo, and everyone on their feet, the respect that we see on this bench. Game 3 could end this team matchup. It's up to Lin Shidong.
Third game, Lin to serve, love all.
Players back to the table, survival mode here. Lam Soo-hang fighting for survival of Team Hong Kong China.
1 love.
From the middle of the table goes wide, and Lin Shidong with a good answer. Again, getting there is the first step. Some very animated clapping from Wang Yidi.
Love 2.
And a good long serve here, as mentioned in the Kwai Mon match before this. Younger players tend to serve long. a little bit more often than others, but it really depends on the opponent and how it works.
Love 3.
It also depends on your ability, as we have a timeout here on the
Timeout.
Hong Kongers side. Liu Guodong up on his feet for Lam Su-hang. Going to say the surprise factor if you don't give away that the long serve is coming. Let's see. Second serve after this timeout for Lam Su-hang.
Love 3.
Back from the timeout, serving 0-3, it's Lam Su-hang. Steal from inside the baseline, recognizing just enough space to take that attack. I like how Ma Lin leans over to make sure he can hear, quietly communicate with Xia, captain of the women's team.
4-1.
Good recognition of a shallow shot. As soon as Lam Su-hang sees that this ball is going to bounce closer to the net than the baseline, he moves in, leans forward, and takes advantage, putting the pressure on wide and fast. Little help off the net, and that one crawled up his arm and neck like a squirrel.
Change ends.
They will switch sides of the table here. Take a look at this ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, wow. You've seen squirrels do that, right? Squirrely ball, and Shidong there acknowledging the fortune off the top of the net.
1-5. Now
TTR has not come into play yet. I do think culturally we see it much less in the Eastern teams. In Asia, it's not as common to call it.
7-1.
I think it's almost thought of as a little bit impolite. If you're calling to challenge a call that was made, then okay. Why not? Quite an exchange this one. The crowd appreciates it. Lin Shidong having to fight much longer and harder than he's had to so far in this game. Still a 7-point lead for the world number 2.
1-9.
It's tough in these moments. Lam Su-hang just has to block out all the other noise and play as if it's 0-0.
Let 1-9.
It's not extinction. It's not the elimination round.
1-10.
But in some senses, it's all elimination round in the sense that in the round robins, the first 2 stages, you need everything you can get. It is 9 team match points.
1-10.
For Lin Shidong and Team China. And there it is, they take care of business. Lin Shidong with a bagel, the most dominant game yet. 11-1 after winning 11-3 and 11-4. The world number 2 is in wonderful form here against a player who's been way up in the world rankings. Lam Su-hang put up a fight, or at least tried, but Lin Shidong, you never know what you're going to get with him. You can imagine a lot of spin, but from the start of this match, he played a very uncharacteristic match. He played soft, he played slow, and said, I'm not bringing out the big guns until I need to. He stayed on top of the table. Respect. Lam Su-hang, good eye contact. Lin Shidong the same. 8-1. China takes down Team Hong Kong China in the very first battle in group number 1. So that is the first match, first team match of 4 that you will see today on table number 1. 33-8. This is more than 400% the opponent's points. That is quite a statement. Little recap. Ju Chung-ju, the only player to take a game despite 2 games going deuce in the mixed doubles. There will be no other matches needed. 3-0, 2-1, and 3-0. Team China takes down Team Hong Kong China, who will be a strong contender in their group. You can find all that information on ITTF.com. The groups, who is where, and what you have to look forward to. And not too long, we will have a battle between Sweden and Team Korea Republic. Stick around, that match, the team matchup to follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, no flash please. No flash please.
接走就跑了，直接走了。觉得您拍我在我的后边看一下，我跟您说一下那个，他有的时候要给这边发球，我刚回去他就直接告诉我说，然后他们休息的时候要包他们那个运动员，包他们运动员，反正跟着调嘛，没准是这边这个位置。其他的还没什么。这边发球有手势，然后有发球。对，双打的，对双打的时候，你就拍了一两个就够了，就是一局拍了一两个就够了。然后那边我也看了，基本上有包，然后有基本包。哦，是，我是时间我跟你说。
Ladies and gentlemen, the players for table 1.
女士们、先生们，让我们欢迎1号牌运动员入场。
Team Sweden.
瑞典队。
Matthias Faust, Philippa Berger, Christine Carlson, Christina Cover, Anton Cover, Linda Bergstrom, Team Korea Republic,
韩国队。
Hong Kong Yin, Choi Hyu-joo, Woo Jin-sung, Lee Lin-hei, Jung Min-ji, Kim Na-yin, An Choi-hyun, Shin Yu-min.
Hello and welcome back. We are watching the next battle. It is the second on table number 1 because you are watching none other than the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup Chengdu 2025 presented by China Telecom. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobrow, and thrilled to be here for a battle with Team Korea Republic versus Team Sweden. This is group number 3. Here's a look at Korea Republic's players. Ian Hae, Kim Na-young, Shin Yu-bin, Jang Woo-jin, Park Gang-hyun, Choi Hyo-ju, and, well, you saw the rest there. We'll take you through it. We've got 5 matches to play, potentially, and here's what they would look like should we get through the first 3. Kim Na-young and Park Gang-hyun in the mixed doubles with Stina Schellberg and Christian Carlson, who's got a lot of experience together. Shin Yu-bin and the chopper Linda Bergstrom, Jang Woo-jin and Anton Schellberg. Then after that, men's doubles followed by women's doubles, should it come to that. Should be very interesting to see. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is that no player is allowed to play more than 2 matches. So, for whoever plays the singles, they will play 1 singles and 1 doubles, or at least up to that. Cool looking new uniform here, as we see Park Gang-hyun and Kim Na-young getting ready for the action. This is group number 3. Group number 3, we're looking at the 3rd seed Sweden. Hey, Tobias Bergman with a wonderful haircut. Don't get me wrong, he's a fine looking guy, but I think between his beard and his haircut right now, he is looking sharper than I've ever seen him before. It's a whole new look. Christina Schellberg there, alongside Christian Carlson. Oh Sang-un. Coach, who you see Oh Jun-sung out there, next to him anyway. Oh Jun-sung has been playing some wonderful table tennis, and his dad was a legend for the team through the era of Yoo Sung-min, Ju Se-hyuk, and Kim Tak-soo as well. An Jae-hyun on the bench. Might have seen him at the draw ceremony on stage. So group number 3, Korea Republic, the Chinese Taipei team, Sweden, and USA. Although much like Brazil, USA sending in some new names this time around. Stina with a bit of pink in the hair here, a little bit of flair in the hair down there. She was showing her name, not just the hair. Her and Christian Carlson, K2, have a lot of experience together, have done incredibly well in recent history. Christian Carlson has been on the rise. After all, remember, he's a men's doubles world champion. That's right, 2021, him and Matthias Falk, both of whom are here to play. It is 3 men and 3 women for the coin toss. And Team Sweden, anyway. Sweden wins the coin toss.
Please take on. Okay.
So if I did the lip read correctly, receiving will be Team Sweden. Stina will be receiving. Kim Na-young will be serving. So if you're newer to table tennis, in doubles, the line down the middle of the table, this is the only time it serves any purpose. Speaking of serves, you must serve from the right side of the table on the diagonal in doubles. And you must alternate shots. Just taking in the pink hair right now. I've known Stina a long time. She's been talking about doing this, so it's exciting to see. Looks sort of like La Femme Stina. Kim Na-young on the other side alongside Park Gang-hyun. Park Gang-hyun's been in the game for some time, but we don't see quite as much. Korea runs deep. Kim Na-young has had some wonderful play in recent history, taking down Chinese opposition, some of the strongest you can imagine. So I'll get you the details of these players, but first, Chiu Ying, our umpire for the match. Remember, we have the TTR, Table Tennis Review System. It's always interesting to watch. And early on when this came back into the game, in the World Championships in Doha, I think it wasn't part of the game that we could see if a serve bounced on the proper side of the table or not, but the line very clear here, and it wasn't part of the challenge system with TTR. Stina, one of two Schellbergs to be out here. Anton, the other. Matthias Falk, the best man. Well, I should say Christian Carlsen was the best man in Matthias Falk's wedding.
Korea versus Sweden. First game, Korea to serve, level.
So here we go, Kim Na-young to start with the serves. It's not best of three, it's 3 games to play. Take what you can. Oh, perfect targeting here as Kim Na-young had to squat to get that first ball. Wasn't able to get out of the way quickly enough. If you're just joining the program, I'll take you through the format a little bit more shortly. Ooh, strawberry hair and a strawberry there. A bit of side spin with that backhand. Stina showing a lot of creativity and versatility. Heavy spin as Park Gang-hyun sends it to the forehand side of the table, inviting Christian Carlsen to become an obstacle for his partner. Perfect play. Don't you love how Christian just slid over, slowly played it? Very awkward, slow spin, but it bought him time to get out of the way, and then Stina was there to pound the next ball. Little break off the net here from Kim Na-young. Korean pair with a little bit of fortune, step up by 1. Beautiful side swiping push here. Kim Na-young coming under the ball. Haven't talked too much about the qualities of some of these players. You'll see it on court here, but Kim Na-young is very good in the rally. She's strong with the backhand, incredible with the pace. Stina has more of a stingy, aggressive game. Oh, wow. Net recovery down the line. This would have been a tough ball even if it didn't hit the net. Right there, clips and a side swiping forehand from Stina. And a good push, but Park right there. Moves quickly, puts the power behind the ball. All this to give the top seeds a 2-point lead. Extra effort. Park Gang-hyun has been so flawless on that forehand. Whether he's on the move on the step around or he's reaching. Soft touch here. Again. Wow. You can't fault Stina for taking that shot. She played it wonderfully. That said, there's so many different considerations that all these players are making out here to set up their partner. And that's a much better choice. This is an invitation to play cross-court into Christian. Now, Christian's got a lot of power. You can see physically he's a force. Short side of the table from Christian, much like we saw with Wang Chuqin earlier today, able to get it just past his partner. Watch how close this is to Stina's shoulder. Okay, at least on the way in. Now, if he plays that one cross court, the ball comes back at a better angle to be reached by Stina, but still worth the chance. A beautiful flick.
8-5.
Tobias alongside Matthias Falk, tallest Swede on the team. Man, Park Gong-hyun
5-9.
is bar none right now. He's just missing nothing. Anything that seems like a good shot coming in, and there have been plenty, he's got a better answer. Nice side spin there on the jab. A little bit of a pokey push. Christian Carlson comes in around the side of the ball. Clever idea, looking for that, you would imagine,
10-6.
very thin contact. Heavy spin slow, but it is 4 game points for the Korea Republic pair. Strawberry comes down on the table, and like every other shot, it feels like in this entire game, it did not bother Park Gong-hyun. So 11-6, the first game taken by the top seeds. We will see. It's the Swedes right now on the chase. The 3rd seeds in their group with the Chinese Taipei team ahead of them. The round robin begins for group number 3. Game 2 to follow.
Sweden. 4, so first. 4. Carlson, Christian. Second game, Sweden to serve level.
So here we go. Christian Carlson to start off game number 2 with the serves. And an outright service point against a guy who looked like you could not find a hole in his game. Park Gong-hyun dealing with a heavy spin ball, barely coming off the table. We're trying to anyway. In variation, the order of play has changed. This time around, it's Stina hitting to Kim Na-young, which means Kim Na-young will be hitting to Christian Carlson.
1-2.
Easier said than done, but in theory, the difference in the men's and women's style of play. Stina will need to take, let's say, less chance on her shots here.
2-4.
Easier said than done, but I think from a coaching standpoint, timing can be, I think that might be the idea. Keep it on the table, keep it deep. Christian, let him come in with the big counter. Wow. Well played. The Korean pair quickly turning things. So the first point goes against them. They've won 3 out of the next 4. Wow.
4-2.
At this level, though, even if you think of it as Kim Na-young versus Christian Carlson, the quality of Kim Na-young's touch shots, her opening, the placement, yeah, it's not going to be easy for Christian Carlson to even find an opening attack. And it's not the attack that wins the point here. It's the surprise factor, the placement, the touch as he drops it just behind the net to the shallow forehand. K2, the good touch shot. We've seen plenty of matches, of course, on any given day. Both players contributing in different ways here. 4 points apiece now. And it's Kim Na-young again delivering the goods on the parallel. Kim Na-young so adaptable. Stina's shot, you saw it took a fairly sharp turn for a topspin shot. Watch this bounce. One kicks out, the other camera angle made it a little bit more drastic appearing anyway. And Stina coming in with the power on the forehand. Again, a few-time national champion now. Stina has been the top of the women's game since Matilda Ekholm retired, internationally anyway. Bit of frustration here. Stina felt a sense of responsibility. This is definitely a shot that she'll make most of the time. The idea was right. It's just that Kim Na-young isn't missing much at all, so it adds that much more pressure to really play the fine margins. And a forehand flick. Park Gang-hyun, so patient. His reactive game, as we saw in game number 1, nearly flawless. Still generates a fair amount of backswing on that backhand. He's quick, he's fit. I love the sound of a solid net. It's almost like the metal nets you might face in the park. But again, that's just the post holding the net. Net designed to keep the ball in play.
8-7.
As opposed to a net that sags and droops, and the ball just rolls over, ending the rally. Changing it up in terms of placement here, Christian Carlson short side. Now this is one where on paper, Truls is not here for Team Sweden. But still, you could imagine this one going the distance. Quite different than the match we saw, the team matchup earlier on today. Oh, break off the net. The Swedes in the lead. Stina with a little fortune there in the touch play. Capturing this game will be crucial. Remember, doesn't matter necessarily if you win the match. Yeah, head-to-head you might find this. Little discussion here. But either way, it's first team to win 8 points wins the team match. Oh, beautiful patience. A dangerous shot as Christian Carlson gets low. Take a look here, like a panther, he pounces. Watch this. Wide stance, full stroke forehand. Tough to surprise Park Gang-hyun, but tough, something that Christian is up to. 2 game points for the Swedes to level the playing field here. But it's Kim Na-young who gets a good opportunity and makes it count, saves game point. And a timeout now on the Swedish side. Overhead look here. Lukewarm shot. Stina keeps it in play, and yep, I'll just pull my foot out of my mouth because it won't be enough against these two, no matter who you're playing to. Chinese Taipei team in the crowd there watching on, getting ready. A lot to study here. Remember, 4 groups, as equal as can be outside of the randomness of the draw. Tobias Bergman there. Fanton Kjellberg, Filippa Bergan on the bench right by his side.
Continue.
A very European handshake there from Oh Sang-eun. So interesting. Some of these players, the legendary players, have spent decades around the world, from Europe to Oceania, and everywhere in between. Game point, the Swedes. But it's saved. Kim Na-young with a ripping backhand cross court. 2 game points saved as the Korean pair so far have diffused the timeout. A little bit of side spin. Stina showed us some of that throughout, from her strawberries to her pushing game and her swipes. Deuce. Good drive. Stina with the step around finds the deep backhand corner and sets up a 3rd game point for the Swedes. Fine margins and knowing the moment when to explode, when you're setting up another shot and when you're trying to finish. There it is. They take the game, and it's a level playing field. This is what the Swedes needed, and it's what the top seeds did not want. We will see who takes the match. The first time today on table number 1, there's been a question about who would win the match after 2 games played. 1-1, and game number 3 will determine the winner of this match. The overall team score is 1 game apiece between the first seeds, Korea Republic, and the 3rd seeds, Sweden.
Continue. Please continue. Who serve first? Korea. Wait. Kim serve. Second game, Korea to serve level.
Back for game number 3, the decider in this first match, the mixed doubles. And it's Park Gong-hyun. Now remember, when one pair gets 5 points, they will switch sides of the table and order of play, which means the order of play that favored the Swedes. Slow strawberry. A little bit more shallow on the table, mixing it up well. Man, Stina has improved so much in the years that I've known her, watching her out here playing so well. She's had some very close losses to some incredible players recently. So already a much tighter team match that we saw in the first today. Right there for the forehand, a big fight. Christian Carlson, when he can get the opportunity, he's got a lot of power. This flick is so good. He's used it very effectively on both sides here, Christian Carlson. It's almost like a little fake, like a double pump when he comes in for the forehand flick inside the table. Tough to tell how much rotation, how fast it's going to be. You can see the frustration here as he came, well, close, let's say, to having a very effective 2 receives. Much like his forehand flick, his push, he contacts the side of the ball sometimes more than under, leaving a lot of question as to how you need to open on the other side. And the Borussia Dusseldorf stretch that you've seen Timo do over the years, that T for the lower back. Extra muscle and hustle behind the table, K2. It's a 1-point lead for the Swedes. Remember, the Koreans still have their timeout. Full stroke up on 1 foot. Lead service, they'll play that one again.
Net. 4-3.
And another one comes in heavy spin. Stina, this time instead of recovering a net, gets the net on her side. So they switch sides at 5-3. The Swedes in the lead. And this is tough for the Korean pair. And here's why. The Swedes did better in the order of play that's coming up. So a timeout on the Korean side, down 3-5. Yes, they're going to need that because they've got a lot of work to do to figure out how to shut down the pair that beat them in this order of play in the last game. Back from the timeout, the Korean pair on their fresh side of the table. Oh my goodness. You want to see power? Just watch that one over and over. When you know what's coming in and you just tuck back and let it rip, that has got to be one of the most satisfying shots to play. Park Kang-hyun getting in for a forehand flick to put the pressure on right out of the timeout. So the score they're going to correct here, it seems.
6-4.
Yep. Score is 6-4, the Swedes. Fair play, quick to call it. Christian Carlson. Didn't expect such alliteration from a man of his nation. Ooh. Now this is again the perfect camera angle to really appreciate the side spin. That's the second time we've seen Stina put some side spin on it. Kim Na-young adjusting, extending. The Swedes have already used their timeouts, or else they'd probably call one now. Perfect read, Park Kang-hyun, just like in game number 1. Remember, this is the game number 2 order of play. Appears to be heavy underspin, but appearances can be deceptive. Either way, the read was perfect. Park Kang-hyun with a 3rd straight point for Korea Republic. And the top seeds now in front of the Swedes. What a combination, the strawberry and then the hooking forehand to the other corner, using Kim Na-young as an obstacle. Well played. Again, a lot of movement to get out of the way in the must alternate game, doubles of any pairing, mixed, men's, women's. It's a great tactic. Soft hands in the big cross-court follow-up. The Swedes by 1 point in front. Mid-air there. K2. Signal for serve, Stina calling. Changes it up, you'd have to imagine it's empty. And by that means less rotation. So when a push like that, Christian Carlson's ready. He's expecting the ball that he can open on. Doesn't miss by much, just carries past the corner. And it's 8 points apiece on the scoreboard, tied in an already tied match. feeling all around in a break. Park Gong-hyun showed it first. Kim Na-young, everybody. Again, you want to know about feeling. Christian Carlson might not be known for it, but he pulls out a tomahawk chop block, and Park Gong-hyun gets it back. Crazy point for the Korean pair to lead by 1. Interesting shot selection here. A little bit more cautious on the Swedish side. Christian here with a soft drop. Stina there plays one more. And then a nice parallel backhand as Kim Na-young sets up the win. Korean pair with 2 game and match points. Heavy underspin on the serve. He's gotten his fair share of points over the years, Christian, with that serve. 2 of his favorite serves, very similar motions. Sometimes it's empty, very light spin. Sometimes it's heavy, but it looks similar. Game point again for the Korean pair. And the Koreans take it 11-9 in game number 3. The Swedes putting up a wonderful fight, a bit of disappointment here, but it's 2-1. The top seeds lead after the first match has been played in this overall team match. Seemed like there's a little conversation going on down there, but sweet victory in the end. Kim Na-young and Park Gong-hyun, a very strong pairing. The righty-lefty combo take it by the narrowest of margins after being down 3-5 at the switch from the order of play that favored them. This is just one more reminder to how deep Team Korea Republic runs. 32 points to 27 after the entire match had been played. 3-point deficit overcome. You remember that when they were down 3-6 and came back to be up 7-6 in that game. So coming up next, we've got Shin Yu-bin and Linda Bergström. Long pitch chopper for Sweden versus a Shin Yu-bin who's been in wonderful form. Stick around. That women's singles match is the second match of this team matchup here in group number 3.
Please, red, black, black, red. Black, you want to toss? Receive in there. Set.
So the coin has been tossed. Players check each other's equipment so they know exactly what they're dealing with. How the ball will come off the blade. Shin Yu-bin here on screen, 21 years old, world rank number 12, turned pro at 10 years old. I've been seeing her around the world since she was a 10-year-old representing Korea, but Linda Bergström here has been a very strong chomper, the top chomper for the women. She's been one of 2 strong players, again, one of the 2 top players for Team Sweden alongside Stina Kjellberg. They've played once before, and that one time they played, it was Shin Yu-bin who won. That was back in 2023 at a WTT contender Lagos. That said, Shin Yu-bin won 3-2. It came down to the decider, so you never know. Could be tight. Luo Jing, our umpire, will be sitting in the high chair. She's got her net measurer there, tablet, microphone. We've got table tennis review, TTR, which is always exciting. Yeah, Shin Yubin, really the last big WTT events, showed that she's incredibly strong, doing very well both in Montpellier and, but did we see her quite deep in Frankfurt? So it's always nice to see someone continuing to rise. She's been well inside the top 10 in the world. Linda Bergström, the red side of the racket, those long pips there that you can see from afar. A bit of sponge underneath as well, which means she can attack if she needs to without twiddling the racket. A little bit longer dwell time.
Korea versus Sweden. First game, Korea to serve, level.
So here we go. It's Shin Yubin to start it off with the serves. 3 games to play. Take as many as you can. Again, I mentioned earlier, if you're just joining us, round robin stages right now, 4 groups of 4 teams from around the world, 16 teams total. Each group will only qualify 2 teams to the second round. So in this round robin, each team will play the other 3 teams in their group. First team to win 8 points wins the team match. But being beaten 8-7 is way better than being beaten 8-0. So every single game matters. And should it come down to a tiebreaker of points, every single point matters. Linda Bergström right now is the underseed here by world rankings, 58 in the world. Is off to a wonderful start. Good use of side spin. Again, choppers, when they're near the table, you'll see them using the inverted side of the racket more because they get more grab. They can create their own spin more. But Shin, you've been doing a wonderful job to get the long pips into action, to get a slightly, let's say, emptier opening. Something she can get aggressive against. Soft touch, perfect placement. Shin Yubin at the first towel break after being down 0-4, having the best possible score line she could ask for. And most of the chops so far from Linda have been very shallow, which is interesting for a handful of reasons. It changes things up, gives the opponent different opportunities. Tomahawk serve and the parallel attack to follow. She's strong in the attack game. Defenders have to be at this level of play. It's been that way for a long time. It's actually Korea Republic's Ju Se-hyuk who's considered the greatest chopper of all time by many. So precise when she turns. These forehand attacks. Almost everything has been to the backhand too. That means short side of the table, low margin for error. Heavy spin. This time it wasn't a kill shot, it was rotation. Wow. Compelling scoreline here. Linda leading by 5. Nice change up on serve. You can hear the difference in sound on the pip side of the racket. Different vibrations, different thicknesses of sponge. Placement, she's got them both. Shin Yubin earning that opportunity. Okay, guides, now she's in position. Timing, that was good. When the topspin comes in, it's much easier for the attacker, let's say, to rest a little bit because they don't need as much lift. They don't need to put in as much work, let's say. That said, it takes awareness and it takes a very calm hand and a perfectly tilted, let's say, blade. And Linda extending the lead back to 4 now. Now the frustration here from Linda Bergström is because this is just a ball to keep the rally going. She knows that in general, she can return this ball. Trying to keep it to the line there. It carries a bit wide. Shin Yubin getting one of many much needed points. Ooh, this one comes down very slowly. Slow spinny shot to tighten up the score line. A backhand serve. Black is the spinny side, the attacking side for Linda. Twiddled right back to the pips on the backhand. And it just carries long. No timeout called. Here it is. I was going to say, if not now, then when? From 8-4, 3 in a row. Shin Yubin won in the decider last time they played. This first game is so important for setting the tone. You're playing a player who's undefeated against you. You take the first. It really forces them to be looking down from a high, tight rope with not much width. Back from the timeout. Much to do here. Linda Bergström had been dominating. She was up 7-2. And a big serve here. Deception, serve to the backhand. Clear side on it. How much? What was the axis of rotation? That was the question. Shin Yubin still with the momentum. Percentage-wise, should be able to get to the finish line, but easier said than done. Now remember at the beginning of the match, when I mentioned that Linda's chops were coming in a little bit more shallow and we'd probably see them come in deeper as the match developed? There are a handful of reasons for this, but Shin Yubin's drives have gotten more powerful. She's needed to be kept deeper. And 2 big points. So the majority of the points out of the timeout. Shin Yubin, a fine balance of focus, spin. When you play choppers, moving them in and out is important, but Linda's been so strong in the attack so far this game. Think about how many points she won attacking. The majority.
Next. 9-0.
What an incredible shot. This ball had so much side spin. It was as deep as could be. Shin Yubin in that moment should never even have to worry about a shot like that, having to chase it in almost a premature chow, but it's game point, Bergström. And it's Shin Yubin to save it. Deuce. Alternating serves here. That's a lot to do. Reclip your hair, hold the racket, and catch the ball at the same time. She comes close. Alternating serves until one player has a 2-point lead to take this first game. She's been wonderful at playing that wide forehand. Linda on the attack from under and behind the table there. Second attack in this point. And the way she does it, covers the middle. It's Shin Yubin to turn. Short stroke, not a lot of backswing. She was ready to chop. Game point again. And she takes it. Linda Bergström takes game number 1, 12-10. A narrow margin. Remember, it was a narrow margin last time they played, came down to the decider. Shin Yubin at world number 12 is not only better by world rankings by 46 places, but we're talking Europe versus Asia. That means if the player with the better world ranking was from Europe, you couldn't count out the Asian player because of continental inflation, but it's the opposite, and Linda took game number 1, 12-10. This ties it up in the overall team matchup, 2-2. Sweden is level.
Okay. 10. Second game, Sweden to serve, level.
So, Sweden in the lead. Linda Bergström, the chopper, with the serve. 1-0 she leads. The speed on these chops, they're dart-like. If you've been watching global table tennis for quite some time, you've probably seen a bit of Honoka Hashimoto. It's always interesting to see the difference in the styles of choppers. Little break off the back edge here as this ball clips. Again, yes, chopper is its own style, but under that umbrella, the specifics matter. It's part of the reason players look at each other's equipment. Still in it, she saves at full extension. Linda Bergström from behind the table is able to use the forehand topspin, and the smiles from Stina coming out. Shin Yu-bin plays that so smoothly and powerfully. Patience against choppers, it's a fine balance, but patience is usually a key ingredient. So the timeout was cashed in game number 1. Shin Yu-bin is the leading lady for Team Korea. She's the captain of the women. That said, it's not just women on the men's side. On anywhere in the world, table tennis is so competitive. Even in the top 200, you can't rest on your ranking. Again, Wang Chuqin, Benjamin Faraji. Check the rankings for that. I think when Dima was world number 1, he was beaten in league by someone who wasn't in the top 300. Could be wrong on that, but somewhere around there. Happens to anybody. Fan Zhendong wins the Chinese national games after being beaten his first 2 matches in Bundesliga. Here we are, Linda Bergström looking to take this match off to a wonderful start. Now Shin Yu-bin is not going to be focusing on the scoreboard, but hypothetically, if she was from down 1-6, she could think of it as being down by 5. We're still having a lot of time before getting to 11. 1 point at a time, and it's blasted into the shoulder as she steps around. Much like other players, defenders have a crossover, a midsection. And if you can't hit it out of reach, that crossover is a wonderful setup to get the opponent out of position. Three quick points. Linda already used her timeout. Shin Yu-bin has hers should she need it. So far, it doesn't look like it. Good variation in the shots from the drives to the slow spins. Without playing a push shot, Shin Yu-bin is able to bring Linda back into the table just a little bit, make her play a shot from under the ground. In theory, you don't want the chopper close to the table unless they're rushing and racing and out of position. Behind the table, there's just too much ground to cover, and Shin Yu-bin on a major roll here. So at the second towel break, she just won 5 straight points. Shovel serve, And a wide forehand from that wide stance. She's got angles to pull from. Good wraparound. Again, if you're going to drop one name when you visit Korea, Shin Yu-bin is the name to drop. You'll get a smile back. You'll make a friend quickly. Table tennis unites the world. I've called table tennis a game of many different elements, but decision-making is always going to be a crucial factor. Linda caught in a very difficult situation in that point. But her service game, a lot of defenders, you know, I follow Seo Hyo-won on Instagram, her post from the draw ceremony. Seo Hyo-won's serve was incredible. And Honoka Hashimoto's the same. Linda's won her fair share of points on serve outright. But a lot shorter rallies. Game number 1, yes, they were longer than average rallies because Linda's a chopper, but they were shorter than your average chopper versus attacker rally. Outright service point again, Shin Yu-bin, 2 points away from making that third game a decider as opposed to a must-grab one third game. That is so good. So fast. Side spin. There's got to be a sense of urgency on the other side of the table. Shin Yu-bin doesn't have time to plant the right foot to get that lift. Longest rally I can recall in this game. Shin Yu-bin playing more touch shots, more push than we've seen. And it all pays off tactically, as we saw the twiddle there, the turn of the racket from Linda. She'll do that from time to time, especially if she needs to push from near the table with the backhand. The black side generates more spin. 2 game points, Shin Yu-bin. Little break off the net there to set up a big forehand as Linda acknowledges the fortune. And the timeout on the Korean side with 1 more game point left, Shin Yu-bin. Interesting. The plot thickens. She's got 1 more serve when she comes back. How can she make Linda Bergström uncomfortable? I was just thinking about the tactics as we saw Park Gang-hyun on his feet, thinking about who you play in which position and why. In this format, strategically, you want to win as fast as possible. If you win 8-1 or 8-0, let's say, you give your team the best chance of moving on to the second stage. Potential tiebreak, but second game point here, Shin Yu-bin, and it's saved. Linda Bergström has a chance here to take this match, not on this point, but she's got the serve. She looks like she's setting up the tomahawk, which has been relatively effective. And it's not a bad opportunity here. That's a lot of pressure. Wow, the release from An Jae-hyun. Shin Yu-bin setting up for a big forehand attack. Third game point, Yu-bin. Slides off. Shin Yu-bin with a narrow escape. Took a lot of pressure in this one. On the third game point, she's able to convert. Very open blade there. just shows you how much spin is on the ball. Shin Yu-bin, like she was holding a drink platter, had her racket completely facing the ceiling just to keep the ball out of the net. That's how much spin Linda Bergstrom's putting on some of these chops. It's a lot of points played here, 44 points played, and they both got 22. It's going to be a question of game number 3, which is now the decider. So stick around, game number 3 coming right up. Shin Yu-bin with a bit of momentum, confidence, belief. Took the last game. Won in the decider last time they played. The quality of points has been changing and developing in such a fascinating way. I hesitate to use the word developing simply because game number 2, the length of the rally wasn't necessarily more than game number 1. But that doesn't mean the quality of shots weren't more impressive, let's say. Shin Yu-bin apologizing for the net on that last ball, but playing a little bit flatter shots, earning herself higher opportunities where she needs less, let's say, caution. One, two, play table tennis. Kim Na-young like that. Second serve here from Linda. Wow, variation in the push game. This is the thing about sports in general. This is not a solved game. Yes, table tennis has been professional and international for 100 years now. But still, there are advances, there are evolutions to the game. New creations by players. Ooh, back edge of the table. A little bit more fortune favoring Shin Yu-bin. We call that an IOU in the pocket. She's always very polite, quick to acknowledge. Good coverage with the high racket for the top spin coming in. That's always tough. A ball shallow on the table that doesn't sit up especially high, that's loaded with spin. This will be a good angle to check it out one more time. Yeah, with the corner of the table there, if Shin Yu-bin makes that, that's the type of thing you just say, what can I do? Loving these points, the quality here as they extend. Linda moving around, varying up her chops, blending in attacks from time to time as Eun Hae shakes her head. Choi Ho-ju, everyone doing their best to give some encouragement out here. Sends it right into the middle. Shin Yu-bin drives Linda back and then hits her on the elbow, the crossover. Take a look at where Linda has to play this last ball from. Couldn't even tell which side of the racket she would have to use for the briefest of moments. Credit to Shin Yu-bin. It's what the middle's all about. Wonderful serve, as deep as can be to the backhand, the shovel. They will switch sides of the table here. Yep, Shin Yu-bin a step ahead. On the right page, everyone's on the same page. In the third game, no matter the score, whether it's 2-0 or 1-1, when one team in a doubles match, let's say pair,
5-4.
gets 5, or one player in a singles match, they switch sides to keep things even and balanced. Oh, back edge, cashing in an IOU. Linda still has 1 or 2 in the pocket. Wow. I glance over, drama
No flash.
on table number 2. Crowd in China appreciating some good table tennis. It's not just Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia, but the sport itself. And there's a good reason for that. I won't go into too much detail right now as China's not playing. But table tennis is essentially the reason
5-6.
that China is so well respected and friends with countries around the world. Go back to 1971, look up ping pong diplomacy if you want. It wasn't just the US and China. It was China and many nations. Right now, Xin Yubin covering the table well. She steps around. Felipe Berrian, Tobias Berman saying, yes, yes, you're doing the right thing. You got this. But a lot of momentum now as Xin Yubin continues here towards that finish line. Earns it, it sits inside the table in the power play. Xin Yubin puts it to rest. Watch the bounce. Winner speed 83 kilometers per hour. I was curious, the sound was sweet.
Left. 5-9.
Not so common to see shots above 80 kilometers per hour in the rally. And looking for that strawberry chop action. A bit of side spin, but it is 5 game points for Xin Yubin to extend the lead for Korea Republic to 4-2 in a race to 8 points. And there it is, Xin Yubin closes the door and takes the match 2-1. So it is 4-2, the top seeds lead. Very gentle handshake here. Xin Yubin drops what she needs. Interesting to see the testing of the rackets. So respect on both sides. Linda Bergström started incredibly strong, and then in game number 2 came quite close, tying it up at deuce, saving 2 game points, but 12-10 in the end. A wonderful match to watch, but it's Xin Yubin who gets the best of Linda Bergström in the end. She's 2-0 in their head-to-head. And 4-2, Korea Republic halfway there. So a little reminder of what's to come. Jang Woo-jin, the Clark Kent of Team Korea Republic, will be battling against Anton Kjellberg, the leading man for Team Sweden, who was quite strong in Frankfurt not long ago. That battle coming right up. Stay right here. So the coin has been tossed. Jang Woo-jin and Anton Kjellberg have their warm-up here. I'm Adam Bobrow for this Sweden-Korea battle. Anton, a 3-0 victory over Wang Chuqin not too long ago. A player who, well, took out Truls Morgaard 3-0 in their last encounter, while the week before it was just the opposite. Fascinating to see Jang Woo-jin for me, no matter where he is in the world rankings. For Team Korea, you can never count him out. He's such a fighter. He's so clever, so agile. We got two fairly different games here. Anton, you might not know it when he's standing next to Matthias Falk for height, or Christian Carlsen for sheer mass through the shoulders and everywhere else. But Anton Kjellberg, incredibly strong. Over 6 feet tall. I'd put him at, I don't know, if I had to guess, I'd say 6'1 plus, or in centimeters, 185-ish, 186-ish. And he's as fast as can be. He's aggressive. As sister and national champion Christina Kjellberg watches on. Man, her and Christian had quite a mixed doubles fight in the start. Remember, tactically, you're playing the lineup to win. Oh Sang-un as friendly as can be. Oh Jun-sung, his son, in the back. Lee Eun-hae on the right. Kim Na-young in the back. Shin Yu-bin. It's always good to have coaches, 2 of them on your bench. 1 for the men, 1 for the women. I think the most resourceful teams will have that. Some will even have backup coaches here. Chinese Taipei team has their fair share of coaches here as well.
First again, Korea to serve level.
So it's Jang Woo-jin to start it off with the serves. Remember, 3 games played, no matter what, a 3-0 victory, better than a 2-1 victory. Soft hands, wide angle here, good receive to start it off. Quick early turn to beg that switch there as Anton looks to go wide to the forehand. A lot of different mind games you can play at this level. And it's multifunctioning. He's setting up for the forehand. Jang Woo-jin is a forehand dominant player. But as you can see, he's strong in the backhand as well. He can depend on it. Good inside-out forehand with a little bit of side swipe there. Kjellberg able to tie it up. Always curious who's walking into the arena when I hear the fans scream. Chinese Taipei team. Lin Yunru's got his fair share of fans here. One thing that's so exciting about this event is table number 1's bringing you the best action, but you can be following on ITTF.com just to keep up with the table. In every group, you never know. If you've got live streams, watch as many as you can. There's the pace. Took a long time. A lot of angular play early on. Good coverage of the wide angles on the wide forehand side. Then the wide stance, Anton with that low spread is able to transfer a lot of weight, twist on that forehand. Hey now. Oh, 2 drop shots in a row. A little bit of snaky action from down low as he tries to make the ball come back. Good defense, drop, not easy to do. Scoop, but it's deep on the table. So when it stops, well, it wouldn't come back over the net. Generally, you do want to keep the ball deep on the table. Wow. And even with that strong opening forehand from Jang Woo-jin, Anton Kjellberg has got the answer. Inside out forehand once again.
3-6.
Oh, beautiful glide on this.
6-4.
Not only do the fast feet get him all the way over to this short forehand, but his ability to play the short side of the table and side swipe that to the backhand. Psh, that's crazy, Holmes. Anton has had some years of success before rising to the world ranking where he's at now, to some of the big names he's taken down and results he's had. And the Bundesliga has been one of the top 2 for many seasons. At least it feels that way. And part of it is his ability to close the ball or to close down on it when someone attacks or spins right at the table. He's not afraid to play quickly off the bounce. His backhand is fast. It's almost like a shake hands taller version of Dong Cho. He's a relatively tall guy, but Anton even more so. I guess standing alongside Patrick Franziska and Benedikt Duda, there's a little bit of optical illusion happening. It's a strong team for Team Germany. It's group number D, or group number 4, I guess, rather, as D is no longer considered a number. It's like Pluto and planets, except D was never a number. 7 points apiece now, level playing field here in the first game. Anton Schellberg has a little bit more work to do as his team trails 2-4 in this team matchup. Well-placed half-long serve. Little shout out to Truls there with a similar setup to the Lu Guoliang serve, where you play the pendulum serve from the middle or forehand side of the table. Two in a row. Now, if you were watching that serve from our camera angle, you might have had your questions about how visible the ball was. The truth is, almost every serve at this level, I have my questions. But it's from the receiver's angle. The receiver must be able to see the ball from the time it's presented until the time it's contacted. This is the first European team we've seen play, Team Sweden. I bring that up because Europeans a little bit more likely to use TTR than Asians. A triplet of Belleville here. It is a third let, no limit to how many lets you can serve. Oh, perfect. Little bit of fortune, but wonderful steal from inside the table. Good angle there. No, he did not. Set the alarm, put a lock on it, because another one has just been stolen. I'm sorry, sir, what did it look like? Can you describe this ball? How far inside the baseline was that? It was round, it was 3 stars, it was as spherical as can be. We've seen a lot of those, we've heard a lot of those reported missing today. A thief on the receive, and he's got 2 game points to show. Serves on his side. And he goes to the backhand. After serving cross-court from that position a few times in a row, Anton Schellberg is able to close out game number 1, 11-8. A massive turn, and instead of pendulum, he goes shovel. Surprise factor, well, just enough to get through game number 1 victoriously. So, 4-3, the top seeds lead Korea Republic. Sweden on their way back in. Anton Schellberg leads 1-0.
Second game, Sweden to serve love.
Players back, ready for the action. It's Anton Schellberg who's leading 1-0. Getting a bit vocal out here, Jang Woo-jin. Another Korean player like Oh Sang-un, who's been all around the world, speaks quite a bit of English. This is a tough one for Jang Woo-jin. Not an easy ball to play, but at this level for Jang Woo-jin, a ball that he would make more times than not. Caught in between here. A ball that, in theory, could have been wide enough to go around the net had he waited longer. Anton, love the slide. How much body weight is coming into that ball. Ooh, little break off the net there. Jang Woo-jin's a tough player. We've seen him down. We've seen him pull off some massive comebacks over the years. He's the guy that the pros know not to undervalue, underappreciate. I think underestimate would be the, the word. Good times, especially for Jang Woo-jin here in this game, as he leads by 3. Perfect calibration from Jang Woo-jin. I thought that from under the table, the stroke Anton came into this ball with, it's as long of a stroke, as much topspin as you can imagine. Jang Woo-jin powers up, closes the racket. Says, okay, not bad. Handled it. Corners of the mouth there. Telling a little bit of a story. A game of quick decision making. Anton making a quick decision there to try to exploit the open backhand line. Jang Woo-jin not making it easy, covering himself well enough. Backhand to backhand, you would think Anton would be the favorite to win the rally. Jang Woo-jin's very specific about when he chooses to play backhands. Anton will still step around from time to time, but not as much as Jang Woo-jin. As you can see demonstrated here. It's like if you had table tennis cards of these players and it showed their percentages forehand, percentages backhand. Ooh. Another climber that stays close to the net, hugging it nice and tight, keeping it warm in this crisp, chilly Chengdu winter. But when he has time to set up for the backhand, there's a lot of confidence behind it. 8-3 now, Jang Woo-jin. 5 points in front, 3 points away from leveling the score line. Ooh, soft hands here from Anton to play that touch shot from behind the table, a push. And Jang Woo-jin just the same, a touch shot to protect, to keep his positioning. Seven game points here for Jang Woo-jin to level the playing field. Now, little fun fact for you, head-to-head, Jang Woo-jin has won their last 5 encounters in a row. In the last 4, he's only dropped 3 games total. Hasn't been taken to a decider since 2019. Overall head-to-head between these two, Jang Woo-jin leads 7-2. So they've got a fair share of experience between them. 5 game points left. Korea's Clark Kent takes it 11-5. Jang Woo-jin in with the win and looking to take it in the deciding 3rd game. Remember, it's win all you can. This just happens to be the decider here because it's 1-1. First team to get 8 points takes the team match. And Korea now leads 5-3 against Team Sweden. Game 3, the decider, coming right up.
Third game, Korea to serve level.
So Jang Woo-jin starts off game number 3 with a dominant head-to-head record, but was beaten in the first game. Beautiful backhand for a player who's forehand dominant to play that ball as confidently with spin as he did. When you think of other forehand dominant players, Quadri Aruna, for example, he'll pull out a backhand from time to time with heavy spin. But Jang Woo-jin, less of that flat punchy backhand that we see from Quadri, and out here, slower spin, less power than the one before, but still enough to win the point. It's not always about power. It's about breaking rhythm, discomfort, a lot of ways to win a point. And a long, fast serve. Remember, the view is from the receiving player. So if you can't see it at home, it's not Anton's job to make sure that you at home can see it. Team Sweden, you could say, really needs this point right now. 5-4 score line is way different than 3-6. Oh, what a recovery in the middle. Jang Woo-jin is able to bring it back to the backhand. And a timeout now. It's nice having the benches side by side. Cool to be able to see the players as they watch on. Tobias Bergman there, alongside Stina and Linda, leading women for Team Sweden for some time. So back from the timeout, it's Anton Kjellberg at the top of the screen. Jang Woo-jin, different level of pressure here as he stretches out and gets ready to serve. Smart play to get him on D. Heavy side spin, still in play, crushed. And it catches the edge. Oh, the pain for Anton. Unbelievable, the defense with everything that was coming at him. The fact that the side spin didn't carry the lob before off the table. Anton crushed these. I've talked to you about how tall and strong Anton is, and that Jang Woo-jin is not out of this point.
One side.
I don't know if a radar would have captured the speed on those shots. But that was some massive power. They switched sides of the table here in the deciding third. 1 serving 5. Nice combination, side swipe and then a quick wrap around to go the other way. There's the side spin. And across the body there, an abbreviated stroke to play the parallel for the win. Oh, the changeup seemed like it would have been good enough. This right here is Transformers celebration mode. Decepticon out here from Jang Woo-jin. He was extended fully. What a recovery to reach it and hit a winner cross court. You can understand the pose there. And that was interesting to me because from our camera angle, we could see everything. It felt like the ball was visible from the time of presentation to the point of contact, and a timeout on the Korean side now with 3 points between them. Okay, a little bit of a momentum shift here. Needs to make sure he captures this. 5-4. It's not where Korea wants to be. They've got a good chance to go up 6-3, just like the score in this game. Jang Woo-jin back to the table, looking to stop the momentum in this final and deciding game in this match. Remember, Jang Woo-jin has won their last 5 encounters. Oh, skates it up, that's good. Wow, from that camera angle, it wasn't so easy to see, but if you played a lot, you know the sound of the top of the table. Skee ball action here. Oh, perfect angle to see that, no question about it. Isn't it amazing how different a camera angle can make a point look? He's locking it in, that pose, the fist high and then lowered like the arm of a cannon. Scoreline we've seen before. Remember, he was beaten in the first, Jang Woo-jin, 11-8. Came back to win the next one, 11-5. Wow. Fair play. Tough to see. If you really wanted to, you could call a challenge. That'd be interesting. Interesting way to see TTR for the first time this event. Jammed into the body here. Fair enough. Jang Woo-jin calls it. If Anton doesn't see it, he can do what he did and say, okay, give you the benefit of the doubt. Or he can challenge if he wants. Comes back, wins the next point. 4 points between them at the second towel break here. Heavy spin, drifts long. No timeouts left. 3 points between them. We've seen Anton pull off some massive heartbreak comebacks. Some major events. There's been a lot of talk about the Olympics already, as this event will be in the Olympics in 2028. And that's where Anton had a massive win over the Japanese opponent to set Sweden up, to send them in to get a silver medal in teams. Crazy that in singles and in teams, it was Sweden versus China, just like the late 80s, early 90s. Oh, what a counter, squatting low, dropping it The lower body does a lot of work here, and still he keeps the arm high and snaps. 4 points in a row. Anton, some massive momentum. And a big second serve here. It drifts a little bit long, and Jang Woo-jin with a much-needed point. When you think back to the serves that Anton has played from that part of the table, that let serve, the one memorable let at 3-8, just makes you think, what if? You never know. 9 serving 7, 2 points in front, 2 points away. Big point to set up 3 match points. Jang Woo-jin has his toes on the edge. But not yet. Anton keeping hope alive. Doing the crystal method out here. Just seeing right through that scoreboard. Crystal clear vision. 0-0 in the head. From 3-8 down, he's made it back to here. He's got the serves, should he get through the first. And a wonderful receive. Woo-jin takes the win, locks it in, a little celebration. I love it. The eye contact, 6 times in a row, Jang Woo-jin has taken down one of the most dangerous players in the world. These are 2 men who've spent a good portion of the last decade of their life inside the top 20 in the world. And it's Jang Woo-jin keeping that chokehold alive. Little victory boogie, little wiggle of the hips, and now it is 6-3. Korea leads over Sweden. That means if they win in this 4th match, they move on. If they win the first 2, their record's going to be even better. Sweden looking to fight for a deciding 5th match. So, little recap of what happened. 30 points to 24. Okay. Swedes put up a good fight there. What, 80% the points. And for the first time today on table number 1, we get a second match. The world champions of 2021, Matthias Falk and his best man, Christian Carlsen, battle against Park Gang-hyun and Oh Jun-sung. That is a tough pair for Team Korea. Stick around. That battle could be the last in this team matchup. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back. It's warm-up time. Korea versus Sweden in the battle. Left-handed Korean player Park Gang-hyun. You might recognize his face if you've been watching table tennis, and his name for that matter. But his game, outstanding. You saw him in the mixed doubles, was really quite starring alongside Kim Na-young. Don't be distracted, Anton's fit, just getting a dry shirt. Matthias Falk, the taller of the two, the right-handed player with the pips short on his red side, which he'll keep on the backhand for the most part. From time to time, excuse me, rather. He'll keep on the forehand, except for in the warm-up. Seeing him in warm-up, he twiddles the racket just to keep things a bit unusual for the players. Surprise factor. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes players give you exactly what they use. He will twiddle the racket so that he can, well, spin the ball on the serve. So pips are going to be the black side of the racket, the red side the inverted. Keep your eyes on the right-handed Swede, Matthias Falk. Now, Oh Jun-sung, if you're newer to the game, is a man on the rise, a very bright future for Team Korea Republic. He's the one with the right hand there, holding the racket. Making his debut at this event since it's been announced, an Olympic event. So this is a big deal. This is why many of the biggest stars in the game have made sure to show up this time around. So in terms of short pips, is the only player with any pips outward on his racket. Matthias Falk on the black side has the short pips. What that means is he doesn't generate as much spin. There's less surface area touching and grabbing the ball, so it doesn't turn the ball as fast. From a young age, his coach said, well, that's not what his coach said, but his coach said, Holmes, you got a lazy arm. We're going to get you something that's more suitable for your style of play. That's how Matthias put it. So a much shorter stroke, slappier forehand as opposed to that long guiding stroke that pulls and spins the ball. Beautiful chop block. From behind the table with less spin on the forehand, it's a little bit tougher because the trajectory is a little bit more laser-like. You don't have quite that arc that you would if you played a spinny backhand, let's say. Which you will see Matthias Falk do time and time again, but hasn't had a chance yet. The Korean pair off to a wonderful start, flawless, you could say. So the Swedes on the board here. It's always interesting to see world champions 4 years after they took the title. Still strong, the Swedes. At the World Championships earlier this year, it was a very interesting mix-up with the Chinese Taipei team leading 2-1 before the Japanese pair would come back to take it. Oh, what timing. Oh, Jun-sung right on top of that. Wouldn't it be cool to be afraid of nothing? In theory, it would probably have its backfiring qualities like survival, which is, you could say, relatively important. But Oh Jun-sung just looked fearless. Service game. Christian Carlsen wins a lot of points on serve. And even with all the wingspan Matthias Falk has, a step behind the table, the angles have been taken by the speedier of the two pairs. The Korean pair quick on top of every shot right now. Much needed point, long push here. Christian Carlsen sends it deep to the backhand side. Remember, Team Korea Republic just needs to win 2 games, and they're at 8. They finished the team match. Oh, what hands! Park Gang-hyun has shown us all sorts of skill sets, from power to short strokes to anticipation to touch. Man's got game. The short side of the table sneaks it past on the parallel. Park Gang-hyun's a player whose name to see on this list, it's not crazy, but it is a little bit of a surprise. A little fortune here for the Korean pair, sending the opponents behind the table. Matthias Falk tries for the backhand spin from down near one knee. Out of the second towel break, it is 8 game points. Wow. They handle the flick, that Carlsen double pump forehand flick, and the Matthias Falk response. closing shot right to the baseline. Park Gang-hyun not bothered by anything, or very rarely it seems, but a shot that has less rotation on it than an inverted forehand still gets countered for the win. Conversation time. It is survival mode now for Team Sweden, 1 game away from this team match being taken against them.
Second game, Sweden to serve, level.
Game number 2, Christian Carlsen starts with the serves. Little ball exchange here. Says, I know I selected half of these, but they've been taking a beating. I think I can find a better one right now. Perfect on the parallel. Oh Jun-sung waiting. And when I say waiting, I mean using peripheral vision, taking his time before committing to where he goes on the table, sensing what the opponent is waiting for to give him something different. There it is. The growl pays off from the Panther as he steps around, plays the parallel. I'd like to take a brief moment here to paint a picture for you with some context. Sweden needs to win this game and the next to send it to a 5th, and a 3-0 win to take this team match. Is it possible? Of course. But what are the odds? That would be a crazy story on day number 1. Good anticipation here. Matthias Falk gets back to that backhand corner for the forehand flick. Full extension as Park Gang-hyun gets in for the shallow forehand. Slow spin, Oh Jun-sung changing it up. Now Oh Jun-sung, quite different than his dad's game in many ways. We see this from players who've grown up under coaches and had very similar games. They've been compared to their coaches or their parents. The specifics on that for me is Oh Jun-sung plays with a little bit more Shadong-like explosive power on his backhand. He generates a lot of spin. Long way to go for the man with the big wingspan. The timeout now on the Swedish side. 3 points between them. Tobias is going to be the man to start the conversation here with the world champions of 2021, 4 years after their big title. Back from their timeout, Swedish pair, Christian Carlsen on serve with Matthias Falk waiting for the third ball. But a deep push here, Park Gong-hyun, a bag full of surprises. A little TT, a little trick or treat. Well, it was a trick and a treat for the Korean pair. Good pressure on the cross court. When you know you've got the length of the table, you can take a little bit more chance being aggressive because that's what a wider margin of error gives you. Opportunity to not play with quite as much finesse. Oh, as much power as you can imagine. A 360 Falk spin as he tries to keep this one in play. Carlsen does for one. Full stroke forehand. Would have been cool to see come back. Would be cool to see how that clocked in on the radar, that power from Park Gong-hyun. Koreans getting dangerously close. There are a lot of different ways to frame the score line. And as I said, the Swedish pair would need to win every game from now until the end of this team match. But right now, it's just 2 more points for the Koreans. Aya, embracing a little bit of the local language here as opposed to the Aigo of Korea. 4 points between them. Sweden fighting to stay in it. Oh, awkward, slow and spinny Carlsen there. Just carving this out as he sideswipes the ball, slowly spins it, and a timeout on the Korean side needed. Oh Sang-un saying, now, let's do this now. I love it. Park Gong-hyun, Oppa, big brother, hand on the back, and here they come. Back from the timeout, the Korean pair. By the way, I didn't Shazam that song. You Shazammed that song. I have to imagine it's DJ Mao. So good every time. 3 points between them, 2 points away from shutting this down. The Korean pair, and they've got 4 team match points now. The top seeds have given up 3 games in this overall contest. They're not about to do the same here. And they're not about to do the same here. And they have taken care of business, 8-3. The Korean pair have shut it down. Team Korea, men and women combined. Park Gong-hyun, man, what a welcome back. Pivotal in the matchups here today. There will be no game number 3. It is 8-3. Korea Republic have secured their first victory in the round robin stage. The top seeds living up to the hype. A lot to look forward to. This is session number 1, and you've already seen all sorts of thrills. Man, just so interesting. The groups, the group stages. Good pat on the back there. 3 games taken by Sweden. Could be enough to get them through to the next round, but they still have 2 more matchups to go in their group. Remember, the top 2 teams of each of the 4 groups will move on to the second stage, which is also round robin, but instead of playing all 7 of the teams in your group, you only play the 6 you did not play in your group. So 22 points to 9, no third game needed, as Korea completed the 8-game total that is required. That is all she wrote. I don't know why the author is a woman, but why not? There you go. 8-3, Korea Republic. Sweden with the 3. Session number 1 comes to a close on table number 1. Follow all the action on ITTF.com and the live stream wherever you can. Enjoy the highlights and stick around. Fraser Riley will be here to take you through session number 2. I'll look forward to watching it with you from somewhere. I'll be back here tomorrow to enjoy more. Don't miss any of the action from right here in Chengdu. This is the ITTF Mixed Team World Cup 2025.
接下来呢，我们两边的运动员已经在热身了。